Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel. Synido sent me the new controller C16 for review. So obviously this video is sponsored by Synido, thank you very much. But I'm free to say whatever I want and think here. If you're interested what this MIDI controller can do and what the internal sequencer is all about, please join me in this video. Here we go. As usual with Synido, you can expect a lot of accessories and great design, and the C16 doesn't disappoint. It comes with a gig bag, a USB Type-C cable, 2 MIDI TRS to 5-pin adapters, and a printed manual. The controller itself is roughly 29 x 21 x 4 cm big, and it's mint green and orange, which are bold color choices that in my opinion are nothing but magnificent. Its build quality is very good. The pads are responsive and springy, the encoders are tight and generally nothing bends or moves that's not supposed to. There are 16 pads on this controller, 12 track control buttons, 4 faders, 8 knobs, 1 main endless encoder, 4 cursor buttons and 20 menu buttons. On the sides, you'll find a USB Type-C port for charging and connecting to your computer or other MIDI devices, and 3 TRS MIDI ports and the power switch. The TempoPad C16 is battery powered and it has Bluetooth MIDI, so you can use it with mobile devices easily. The C16 comes with a companion app that lets you set up MIDI CC numbers and ranges, the colors of the pads and other things. When running it for the first time, it's a good idea to check for a new firmware. This is possible in the HÄLP About menu. When updating for the first time, it might be necessary to restart the app after it switched the C16 to update mode. The firmware updates will fix this problem, so this won't be necessary in the future. The TempoPad C16 comes with a Bluetooth MIDI interface, so I'll show off its capabilities with FL Studio on my smartphone. Setup is super easy. Start the Bluetooth scan on the phone and then press the Bluetooth button on the C16. This will make it show up in the list of Bluetooth devices immediately. So now we can start playing and recording. In order to record the audio, I'm connecting this portable audio interface to my phone. You can also check latency by comparing when the pad lights up to when the key lights up in the DAW. As you can see, it's very low. Some words on setting up FL Studio on Android. For the Bluetooth MIDI connection, you need the MIDI and Bluetooth LE app. For the best performance, enable the standard MIDI driver and native sound mode and low latency and multicore processing in FL Studio settings. Right, let's add a drum track to the project. I'm using the 808 kit here. The C16 has 3 modes of operating the pads: keyboard mode, custom mode and dark mode. In keyboard mode, you can play notes, in this case drums. In custom mode, every pad can send either notes, CC or program change commands. While in custom mode, holding down the mode button will activate dark mode, which is useful for playing in the darkness. All the pads stay lit here. Okay, without further ado, let's record a 4-bar drum pattern. I'll quantize this because my timing isn't great. I'll also turn on the metronome because, of course. By the way, velocity sensitivity, which captures your playing's expressiveness, was set to medium here. You can set it to soft, medium or hard or turn it off completely, which will capture each note at maximum velocity or loudness. I'll add a bass track now, so here's the mini synth and the respace. I'm going to use the C16's note repeat function for this. Like this. Hold down the main controller and press the note repeat button to configure it. You can adjust division, swing, gate or note length and the tempo. I'll use 1/8 triplet notes with a bit of swing at a tempo of 90 beats per minute here. This isn't synced to my DAW, so there's a high probability I'll muck this up. Yep, as expected. Quantizing to the rescue. This bass sounds okay, but a little static. I'll add filter automation to it using one of the encoders. Push the main encoder and move one of the green encoders to configure it, using the cursor keys. You can select CC or pitch band here and set up CC number and range or pitch band channel and upper or lower range. Then in FL Studio, move the control you want to automate, then press the ellipsis button, select link to MIDI CC and move one of the encoders. And now we can just record again. Moving the encoder will start recording and capture the automation data. Next, I'll record the pad sound. I've added the Supersaw plugin to my project and also mapped the play, stop and record buttons to their corresponding hardware counterparts. Sounds kind of okay, it's a little bit too overpowering perhaps. I want to chop this pad up a bit. For this, I'll go into custom mode and turn one of the pad buttons into a controller element. Now just hold the orange encoder down and push one of the pads. We can now assign a CC number. Now move the filter control in the DAW and assign the pad as a control. I can now open and close the filter with this pad. Last but not least, let's assign this channel's mixer control to one of the 4 faders so I can adjust the instrument's volume. Another important feature is the built-in 16-step sequencer. Press the step button to access it. In this mode, every pad represents both a step and a note. You can switch octaves with the octave buttons up here. Press the play button and tap some pads to enter some notes. Press and hold step to select another pad to enter the corresponding note into the sequencer, for example, the upper C. Hold down the step button and turn the tempo knob to adjust the sequencer's tempo. I can now start DAW playback and sequencer playback simultaneously. I didn't show you bank selection in this video, but let it be mentioned that you can select both 4 controller banks and 4 pad banks that can all have their individual assignments of notes, CC commands or program change commands. Yep, and that's it for today. The Synido TempoPad C16. As usual, this is a high quality product and it's priced competitively. And if there is one thing I could complain about here it's that there is a sequencer, which is nice to have, but it would be even nicer if we could create longer sequences with it, or even multiple sequences and then trigger them with the pads or chain them in some kind of way, so we could create our own loops and songs without an external sequencer, only with a hardware synth setup. And if you support this view, please comment this under this video. I think Synido will take note. As always, thanks for watching. If you think this was a good YouTube video, please do the YouTube thing. You can also support this channel over in Patreon or become a channel member using the join button under this video, or you can stream my music on Spotify and Apple Music and so on. And I hope I'll see you again next week. Bye bye!